How's everybody doing on this fine day? I will tell you that you were talking and listening to an older man, turned 45 on Monday. So what does it say? 45 is like the new 40. It's halfway there. Maybe it's a new 50. I don't know. I still feel like I'm 12. But yeah, 45. And with that, I got a hug and a card for my kids. So, there we go. There's your birthday for them. They did that, check the box for that whopping 3 minutes and back to their video games. I think I should have them go mow the lawn for another 4 days. Or what that is. But anywho, that's that. Talking about champions in your group, talking about people that you surround yourself with and make yourself better. I don't think enough people put enough stock into this. And so I want to kind of talk about this on this podcast here. You have your friends that you go drinking with on Friday night. Those are great friends. Fun, jokes, laughter. They're great. Then you have your work associates, people that work with you, side by side with you, sadly more than your personal relationships are, because the 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and they're going to help you get projects done and completed work, and you have a good relationship with them. Then there are people that are your champions. And I hate to say that, but most of us don't have that many champions in our life. We actually don't have that many people that truly are rooting for us no matter what. Everybody wants you to be successful, but not as successful as them. So if you are making $50,000 a year, all the people that are making over $50,000 a year are very excited for you to go to that next rung. But as soon as you pass them and the old economies of scale and the money, they all of a sudden are not your champion anymore. They are not really your friend. They might even be a little backstabbing. Nobody likes to see anybody else be more successful than them. It takes a true champion. It takes a true person that truly wants the best for you to be a real champion. And so when I say that, I want to talk about some of my champions that I have in my life. And I will tell you that they're more recent in my life than they were, I'd say in the last 2 years, last 2.5 years. I didn't have a lot of champions in my life. In fact, I had zero. I was the owner of a company that's lonely at the top. Head is that's heavy, the head that wears a crown. We guys all know that statement. We understand that. Nobody, when you're on top, wants to talk to you. It's very lonely. You don't understand half of what's going on. People keep things from you. Very, very lonely. And then at some point in time, you realize that you are all by yourself. And you have two choices. You can either come down and try and become friends with other people in your company, or try and make new friends with other peers, which sometimes works. Most of the time, people take advantage of that because they're going to use your assets or your power to further their career, and it ends up being a manipulative part. Or if you get really lucky, you can find somebody that truly wants the best for you. I will tell you right now that no matter how much money you make, and no matter where you are in life, I want you to do better. I do not care if you make $100 million a year and you just got another $1 million deal. I'm still going to celebrate you and be excited for you. I don't make that much money. I'm not even worth that much money. But for me, I'm going to be excited no matter what. Because of that attitude that I portray, it is amazing the people that are starting to come into my circle off of that new attitude. I have a gentleman by his name of Brandon. He works on the East Coast. He has a real estate company. He has a lumber company, and he does real estate. Last week, he put a bid in on a house, and he texted me. He goes, I hope I get the bid. I was so excited for him. I was so pumped. I really hoped he got this house. He got this flip. And I said, well, you put it on Friday, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, you're going to hear back from the realtors. Saturday night, he texted me. He goes, we got the house. They accepted our bid. I was pumped. I sent him any text. I'm like, dude, that's the coolest thing. I called him. I went to voicemail. I'm sure other people were congratulating him. It was one of the neatest things. And I was truly in my heart, like deep in my soul, happy for him. I was so excited that he got to have that extra asset, bring in extra income, give a nice family a home that they couldn't have been able to afford without him. All the things that come with that. I'm pumped for him. I have no idea Brandon's estate. I have no idea where his level is at. I have no idea if he's doing 1x, 10x better than I am. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not in competition with him. I'm just pumped for him. I'm just excited for him. That is a true champion. Those are the people that you want to surround yourself with, because let's face it, in this world, there's a lot of negativity out there. There is a lot of people that hate. If you ever want to see haters, just look on the comments on Instagram. Just holy moly. there's nothing nice to say there. Every once in a while you find something nice. Could you imagine what would happen if everybody was a champion that was on Instagram? If everybody here was like, well, that was cool. I also learned this. That was neat. I also learned that. The imagine of knowledge that we would have and gain just off that experience. But like we said at the beginning, not many people want to really be a fan of you if you're doing better than them. I want to take a moment to talk about true champions that are helping the industry out, and that's Wendy Graves. You guys have all known her for Women in Sign. She's been pushing that for quite some time, but she's also made a new alliance to help the industry out, and that's with Make It Happen Signage Academy here. I don't want to get this wrong here, so I'm going to read right from this, www.signage-academy/MIH-glance. That's the information we're going to go ahead and put it at the bottom of the show notes here and on this clip, so you guys can click on it. She's going to be working with the Make It Happen Signage Academy for the Illuminated Signage Bootcamp, what's on the front lines, teaching project managers, sales, and everything in between. So definitely sign up for those things. Wendy's been doing some great work, so you definitely want to support her, and you're going to learn a lot. So how do you find these people? For me, I joined a society. There's lots of societies out there. There's breakfast clubs. There's groups inside of LinkedIn. There's Society for Growing Wealth, Being a Better Person. For me, I joined the Man of War Society. You guys can look it up. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's not. Each time, everywhere you go, but there's different levels of places you can plug yourself into. Please, for the love of God, do not get caught up in the Joneses of who's better from this, what's better here. They got this, so I have to have that. That doesn't apply to us anymore. That world doesn't exist. It doesn't work well. But if you were to find people that truly want to strive and the things you want to strive for, how much fun is that? Let's take business out of it for a second. I have a friend. She's a rock climber, loves a rock climb. She joined a couple of rock climbing clubs, and now she's gonna what was it? Last year she climbed a half dome up in the Sierras. She said she never would have done that if she hadn't joined the club and figured out what are ways to do it. And they helped her train. They promoted her. They were excited for her. They cheered for her, and she learned so much more and pushed on. She found champions in her little group for what she wanted to do in just a sport. How amazing is that? That fulfillment inside, that right here in your soul, that you feel that it's just somebody that's good. You guys got to listen to Andy yesterday or last week in the podcast on the 10X. He is my number one champion. I don't even know how much I was able to convey that in that podcast. I talk to that man every single day. How's he doing? How's his business doing? He just landed, he works for Edward Jones. I better be very careful with what I say here and not say. A very wealthy individual yesterday, and it was a great day for him. And he believes that he can bring another 4% to his portfolio every single year above and beyond what his old financial advisor did. He just brought that guy a whole lot more wealth. The guy is happy. He's excited. He's working on his estate portfolio, all those different things, all because he was able to show them what it could be. That's a huge moment for him. I'm stoked for him. I'm proud of him. I'm super proud of him that he was able to add value to somebody else. That's that society, that circle. One of the other things is there's always that mentorship. You can always hire a mentor, somebody that's going to push you and make mentors that go more on the 6 months. I don't agree to it. That's me personally. 3-month mentor, 6-month mentor, give you that boost up and let you kind of run on your own for a little bit. I love those type of mentorships. That's a great way to meet people. Really good mentors. You're not the only one they're training. You're going to find people that are like you in that group, and you're going to talk to them and you're going to feed off of them. There's also platforms on LinkedIn and Facebook forums that you can find really good champions out there. Harder, not going to lie. There's haters in those little groups. There's little sharks in the water. You got to be careful with that. But for the most part, you can find that. Let's see here. That's a good one. Chamber of Commerce in your area. As you get to a level, and it's kind of funny because I'm getting there as I'm getting older. When you get to a level, you start to find out you want to give back to your own community. You want to make the area that you live in a little bit better. Chamber of Commerce is one that as a younger person, I was like, oh, good God, I don't ever want to do that. But as I'm getting older, I'm realizing the value in it. I'm realizing that, I kind of want to give back to the communities and the baseball parks and the soccer fields and help out there. I'm just getting to that level. Can't really talk on expertise on that one, but in my mind, I'm sitting there going, I should donate some of my time. I should donate some of their. Who knows where that's going to lead? I joined a society, make me better, and I got one of my best champions, one of my best friends from it. Who knows where the Chamber of Commerce is going to lead me to, or that's the avenue is going to go. So if you are the biggest fish in your small little pond and you're not getting the champions that you need and you feel like you're by yourself, find a new pond. I mean, that's the quick and easy of it. Find a new pond, find different people that you can relate with and talk to. And as second that they kind of don't give you all the warm and fuzzies, ditch them fast. Get rid of them fast, because they will pull you down to make sure that you're not doing better than them. And I hate to say that, but most people don't even know that they're doing that. It's almost this weird instinctive thing that they do. They don't realize it. Only the people that are matured in life are really, really going to notice that their best form of helping is by lifting people up and being positive. You got something positive on your end, something great happened to you, and you text me or you put a comment on here, trust me, I'm going to respond. I'm going to say congratulations. That's awesome. What's next? What else can we do? I never want you resting on your laurels. I always want you going for the next rung. But at the same time, to celebrate the achievements that we have, that's a cool thing. And to have your inner circle that surround yourself with the champions that you're looking for, those are great, great things. I will say that in the last 2 years, I've found 5 champions that I can call at any given moment on my phone. They pick up the phone, they share my enthusiasm, they ask what's next, and then they share their champions. And when we leave, we both feel better about each other. None of those 5 friends ever go, oh, Aaron did that. I wish I could have done that. Not one. Every single one is excited for me, and they're more pumped from our conversation, and they go out in a better, positive mood to do the next thing. And I know this because we talk about it, because it's such a special feeling. It's a great relationship just to be a part of that. So when you find a champion, they can't be half-ass. You got to be 100% in at all times, in for you, and you got to be 100% in for them. And that is going to make the world just a better place. So I hope you find your champions. Can't wait to hear all about it. We'll talk next time.